Lawrence, first and foremost, you must be glad of a wee bit of wind and rain after a few days of training in the heat of Spain.
It's nice to get some homely weather back. Obviously the previous 2 days have been really sunny, enjoyable, but you don't want to take the mick and have 3 days in a row, so nice to see some wet weather.
Well, it's the first interview we've had to record indoors, so it's good for the sunburn if nothing else. Has it been good to get away again as a group? Obviously the manager spoke about everyone getting back into that international football mindset.
I think it's gave us a good opportunity. Obviously boys finishing up their seasons at all different points. We were just last week in Scotland, Championship previously was a few weeks before that, so it's been good to meet up and get everybody back together. The wee break in between gives us a bit of time to do a training camp, and I think that's important for us before we go into the game week next week. Looking back to the last international window, you came on as a sub in a game against Spain that people are going to be talking about that for years to come. How do you look back on it? It was obviously a special night for everybody involved. No, obviously it's a historic result probably for the fans and everything about the country, and to be a part of that is huge. It's always an honour to get on the pitch for a country no matter how long you play, but to be involved in a game like that was great. Hard to come on against that quality opposition when you're a sub just to get up to speed. What was going through your head when you were coming on? To be fair, I knew my job at that time of the game, obviously with the 2-0 lead, and Spain were just kind of attacking us and we were doing our defensive duties, so my job was pretty straightforward when I went on, kept it nice and simple, but managed to get a chance as well. Unfortunately never managed to score, but that was nice to get in the attacking half for a moment as well. You talk about passing up a chance, you've not done that too often this season. We were talking off camera there, this must go down as your best ever domestic season, but not just the goals. It feels like your all-round games come on, and even since Craig Gordon's been out, you've had the sort of added responsibility of the captaincy at Hearts. How do you look back on a really strong season? When you get to the end of the season, you kind of get the chance to look back and assess it, and for me it was a really strong season. Performances throughout the season were at a high standard, and I was really happy with it, to be honest. Obviously the number of goals I managed to chip in with as well was great. It was obviously my first season at Hearts as well, so it was good to get off to a good start. The captaincy was obviously an opportunity that came about. Probably didn't expect it when I first went, but when I heard the opportunity was there and it was offered to me, I was keen to take it up and take on that role. Felt it was something that would improve my all-round game, improve me as a person, and I felt I took it in my stride really well, to be honest, and handled it good. So it was a huge learning opportunity for me as well, and hopefully it stands me in good stead for the future. Before we started, we were talking about some of our best, most prominent players are guys that have had to deal with some pretty big setbacks in their career. I don't know if it's a Scottish thing, but certainly maybe it breeds that resilience. I mean, you've been the same, your career's not been a straight line. Do you feel better for the things you've had to overcome along the way, because you have had to fight really hard to get back to this level? Definitely, there's been obviously a lot of rejections on the way, but it comes down to hard work and determination really. When you know your end goals and what you want to achieve in your career. Obviously there's times that probably at Ayr where I couldn't really have dreamed of getting a Scotland cap, but I think you just need to knuckle down and keep working hard and doing what you do, and obviously when you work hard enough and things pay off, you get these opportunities, and I've took most of them first time and did well at all different clubs that I've been at. So it has been a bit of an up and down journey, but it's one I've worked hard and I feel like I deserve the stuff that comes your way. You deserve it because you work hard for it, and I felt that's been the case for myself. It is that time of the year where for a lot of players their dreams are either dashed or they have a real setback. Is there any advice you would give to anyone who's been in your position? I think you were 3 months without a club before you went to Ayr. I think the way you need to look at it is just that opportunity that you had before is maybe closed, and you just need to wait on another one opening and be ready for that opportunity coming. As you said, I was 3 months without a club, and obviously the opportunity to go to Ayr came up and I was ready for it. I made sure I was ready to take it, I was fit, kept myself busy, and as I said, when I got there I made sure it paid off, and I did really well when I was there. In the here and now, everyone's looked sharp in training all week. It feels like we're in a good place to pick up where we left off against Norway and Georgia. Yeah, it's been good. Training's been good over here. As you said, the weather's been nice the past 2 days, so it's been good to get a bit of training in the sunshine. But obviously the last 2 games were really good results, and we've gave ourselves a really good opportunity to get into these 2 games. Gone with the results, if we get positive ones, we could be in a really good position. So I think that will be important. Obviously that will be next week. We'll finish off our training camp here. We'll keep enjoying that, and then obviously we'll look towards the games.